How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a great day. Today, we're 76 in the world in the Builder Base. Gonna be jumping into some live attacks, trying out the Pekka ground strategy, trying to develop a second key strategy that I can use on a variety of bases. So I definitely want to try and use the power of the Pekkas. Very, very strong if you know the correct angle to take on bases, and when to bring giants, when to bring two bombers, when to bring all Pekkas, all that fun stuff. So I'm thinking we have to probably bring in two bombers to get good angles on this base. So we need to open up this compartment down south and then the compartment on the other side as well. So let's do one bomber over here, take out the corner building, and then we'll start the battle machine. Gonna start funneling in to the base, and then we can send in the Pekkas. Oh no. Do we get the bomber to live? We do not. Okay, so both bombers are down, but the compartments are open, so that could potentially work out. Potentially. Send in a Pekka to go somewhere. Very able to take out the Mega Tesla. And our battle machine is tanking. Oh, but it does swap over. And the Teslas are not doing a whole lot of damage. Pretty good. And we are losing a bunch of health on those Pekkas. But we use one, take out the Tesla, weaken up the walls. Could have maybe saved it, but we're going into the second stage with 3 Pekkas, and I really messed up both of the, or at least one of the bombers' positions, so not too bad. So now let's see, what do we need to do for this base? We could bring in some archers, take out the crusher. We can, let's see, we could use a giant to tank the cannon, the double cannon, the other cannon. That could be pretty good. And then have the bomber go in, open up the walls. I think that's pretty good. So let's do the bomber on the corner hut. We'll use its ability once it gets an angle, and then we'll start the battle machine pretty far off. Maybe even, I think, from up top here to take out that other corner building. I don't wanna worry about that later on. So we'll see if that bounces over. Perfect. Open up the walls. So now we'll send in the giant. Now we can send in the Pekkas. Now we're hoping that the giant can tank for a long time, let the battle machine charge up its ability, and then have our Pekkas go through the base. So, looking pretty good so far. We do have a back-end crusher. We have one more Pekka ability. So I'm waiting to see. Oh, we do actually get it onto the crusher. Very, very lucky. So we got our battle machine full health. And pretty easy. I mean, that's just the power of the reduced traps, which is very nice. So let's see here. I wanted to make sure we're not getting attacked by the same people, so we'll jump into the next attack. Oh, we're up against the same base. Okay, perfect. So let's try this again, shall we? Let's do the same thing, except let's not mess up the bombers, right? So we need the bomber over there, then we need the Pekka in front of it. Then we need this bomber. Now deploy the Pekkas. Perfect. So we have the battle machine going in to the core of the base. That should work out just fine. So We get to see sort of a different approach. I'm not sure if I needed to use the #1 ability, perhaps. Oh, do we get the Tesla taken out? We do get the Tesla taken out. Wow, that damage reduction actually saved the bomber. That is crazy, if you ask me. Like, that bomber should be super dead. So now, instead of going into the second stage with 3 Pekkas and the battle machine, we're going in with the 3 Pekkas and 2 bombers, which is pretty cool. So we can have the bombers take out a large portion of the base. And then we'll have to bring the battle chopper in to get some value, but I believe it can potentially take out the cannon on and the crusher on the other side. Now we can bring in a giant and probably another Pekka, I think, because that worked out pretty well. So yeah, let's do that. Let's have the battle chopper take out the cannon. We'll have the 1 bomber over here, 1 bomber over here. And once that battle chopper takes down the cannon, we will start to send in the bombers, or not the bombers, the Pekkas. So let's start in with the giant, and then the Pekkas can start rolling in. Got 4 Pekkas this time, which is nice, and our battle chopper took out the cannon and the crusher. So we don't have the benefit of the battle machine, but we have all of the Pekkas. Got 3 abilities this time. So we're looking pretty good. There's 1 ability on double cannon. Waiting to see, they're all grouped up, so could potentially use another one on the other cannon, but our bombers are taking out the arch tower. So yeah, we have 2 swag Pekka abilities. Kind of crazy. It is the benefit of attacking the same base over and over again. So now let's go back to the main base, and we'll go in for a 3rd attack and a different base. Okay, cool. Up against SB. So we got, let's see here. We can use a giant to tank a ton of stuff. The crusher, 2 arch towers, double cannon. That looks really, really nice. So let's do that. We'll send in, let's see, we need the battle machine to funnel into the base. So we'll start on the army camp. We'll have this Pekka start on the other side, funnel in. Use giant ability. And our battle machine is circling. So not ideal, but we do have our 2 sets of 2 Pekkas. And the battle machine is turning inward, which is nice. And then we need #3 to get closer. Okay, we do get the bomber to open up the rest of the base, but our battle machine is taking a lot of damage. So let's use one of the Pekka abilities. We're getting some splash from the bomber to take out the arch tower. So we might be able to hold the... Yeah, we can hold the Pekka ability. Perfect. So we potentially might have 1 Pekka, 1 bomber. So not the greatest scenario, but it is better than nothing. Finding some ground bombs. So we'll have to wait for this Pekka. Hopefully, should have enough time. I know 1 Pekka is pretty scary, but I think it'll be alright. Let's hopefully not find too many more bombs. Might be able to help out with the lab briefly with the bomber. No, it didn't matter, so it will have the Pekka wander over to the corner building. Then we'll have to be a little bit creative on the second stage and try and utilize this Pekka and this bomber. We'll have to also use the battle chopper. So what can we do? We could bring in a cannon cart, take out the 2 cannons and the crusher on that side of the base. That looks pretty good. And then you could bring in some archers, take out that cannon. And then we would have the battle chopper remaining. So it doesn't exactly work for the battle chopper. If we had the battle machine, it would be much better. So what if we just use 2 of the cannon carts and then have the Pekka sort of be cleanup? Maybe it can take out this top firecracker. And I think we'll just have to go from there. We'll send in the bomber to take out that army camp and then open up the walls. And then also can test for traps a little bit. Alright, so we got 7 and 8 doing good. Let's see if we get any splash damage onto the firecracker. We do not. Alright, but we're going to take out the cannons. We're going to have to wait a little bit with the battle chopper, which is not the greatest. But it is what we're going to have to do. We can send in the Pekka, and it should get distracted by the, by the barbarian, and then explode, take out that firecracker, which would be perfect. Start the battle chopper on the other side, take out the other firecracker. Do find a Tesla. Oh, and we're actually just in range of the multi-mortar. That is unfortunate. So let's see here. Which one does the cannon cart go for? Goes for the auto outpost. Of course it does. So we're going to get absolutely slammed by Zappies. Darn. If that other cannon cart was still alive, might have been able to help. Take out 2 of the Zappies, and then we're gonna have everything group up. Gonna have to use the battle chopper ability. Not quite able to get the 6 stars, but I'm still learning with Pekkas. I was never that great with them, so I definitely need to learn how to take better approaches on certain angles for different bases. But that was a very nice push trap, so if that push trap wasn't there, we probably would have been able to get maybe 1, maybe even 2 of the other firecrackers. And then we would have had 2 cannon carts going in for the outpost. So let's try one more time. And so we got no crushers on this first stage, which is nice. And we've got a lot of defenses here. So what I'm thinking is we send in the bomber and get some really nice value on this gold storage. Oh man, there would be a Tesla there. There would be. Man, the goal was to have that bomber open up the walls, have the giant tank, and then send everything in. Oh well. So it looks like number 2 is going to tank for the giant cannon. Getting some nice chains onto the double cannon. But we have no bomber, and we have 2 sections of the base. And yeah, we got a double cannon up top. We'll have to use 2 abilities for that. Maybe the Pekkas will path properly. Okay, it is locked on to number 1, which is good. It's one of the healthier Pekkas. So use all of those, bust through the wall, take out the arch tower. Then we'll have to see. I'm not sure what this will look like. Probably have to use number 2 just to speed things up on the wall. So we'll do that, get some splash. Bust through the wall, the giant cannon is hurting. Take it out, come on. All right, we took it out. So we do end up with 3 Pekkas, which is nice. I wonder if it's worth it to use the battle chopper instead. just to get more value on the first stage. Very curious about that. So, got a ground expo. So let's try and use these cannon carts very sneakily. Try and use one cannon cart down south, one cannon cart up top to take out the crusher. Try not to get in range of the multi-mortar. And we'll try and get the perfect. The other cannon cart to take out the other crusher. Now we can use the battle chopper. Should be able to take out this far left firecracker, especially with some splash damage. Then we got 3 Pekkas. Probably going to be used to try and take out some of these other firecrackers. And maybe one to tank for the archer tower. That was sort of my goal here. So let's have 1 Pekka go in for that firecracker. Hopefully take it out before the troops decide to destroy it heavily. We'll use 1 Pekka to distract, another Pekka to distract. And now we wait. Gonna have to use the cannon cart to try and help out, take out the zappies. Gonna have to use number 7 to tank the ground expo. And then number 8 can go in, try and take out the archer tower. Not gonna be enough. Very, very interesting. But those are my attacks and my progress so far with the Pekka strategy. Got, what was that, 1 6-star, and then 2 pretty high percent 5 stars, so still need to learn a thing or two, but hopefully you guys can learn with me. I know on this channel we mostly focused on the baby dragon spam and the hybrid cannon cart baby dragon strategy, so make sure if you like the video to like and subscribe. Helps me out a bunch. There's a couple more videos on the screen if you want to keep on watching. Till next time, take care.